Guillermo,
Yes, sir.
Sofi,
Hi.
the Verduzcos. Man, you guys are on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so excited,
We're
Bryan.
happy to be here.
Yeah.
We've seen, we watched so many of the episodes that you guys have released, and it's so fun to be now part of it. So thank
Yeah.
you for having us.
Yeah. It's always great. You guys been coming to our city, preaching in our church, being in our home,
Yeah.
hanging out with our kids,
Yes.
playing with our dog.
Yes,
Everyone
Oli.
loves the Verduzcos.
Oli has a new, fresh haircut.
I know.
Your
He looks
dog, I mean.
cute.
So you're in town because we had a conference. We're part of a wider family of churches called Confluence, and
Yes.
had a conference. But you almost didn't make it to the conference.
No, man.
The whole church, we were praying
So
for
many
you guys,
stories.
Thank
and
you,
I'm sure
guys.
people would love to hear an update. Tell us a little bit, maybe the who don't know, what happened in your city.
Yeah.
And really just how you responded as a father,
Yep.
as parents, as a pastor.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us again in your beautiful city. We love Jubilee Church so much, and we have so many stories from back in the day, from even John and Linda Lamferman visiting our city, and we have stories even when we were dating back in the day. So there's so much to say about how our life have been blessed and an influence in a great way by Jubilee Church and
Yes.
many of you. So thank you so much for that, and just so grateful to be here again and getting to share some conversations with you. So
Yeah.
about that, so we're here, but last weekend, I mean not the weekend before coming, but like 2 weekends before coming, we had a massive crisis in our city. It was Sunday morning, and we were doing church as usual. We were having the first service. We do 3 services in our city back in Guadalajara, Mexico. And we finished the first service, and then we just start getting text messages from people. And we just were watching the news, revealing some wild stories about violence and things that were happening in a town nearby called Tapalpa, which is
Like an hour and a half away. Like,
an hour and a half away from Guadalajara, which is a
Yeah.
very nice area, woods, beautiful cabins, and it's a place that people usually go to rest. But that morning wasn't restful at all. And so this major cartel leader called El Mencho, which is like a very high-profile leader, was executed. The military entered in through some work of intelligence, and they were attempting to get a hold of him, but it ended up in a big shooting confrontation, military against the cartel, and it turned out that he was killed and executed, and because of that, the cartel reacted with lots of violence and lots of intimidating civilians all over.
creating chaos.
Yeah, creating chaos, even in our city, but beyond our city. I would say this was a national thing, but that has its epicenter in Guadalajara. It was like the place, because that was like the city where this man was from. Lots of his work, I would say his work base or the city that he operates in is Guadalajara. So lots of violence was happening. So lots of buses were hijacked and set on fire in the city. Cars, like even families were driving, doing life as usual, and then were taken out of their cars
And set the car on fire.
with long, high-power guns, and gas stations were set on fire.
Yes.
Lots of businesses. There was threats going back and forth about start killing civilians in the afternoon. So people were like running away for their lives, and lots of fear, lots of uncertainty. So our second service was really hard because we were just getting the news as we were starting the service. And that's the service that we usually live stream.
Yes.
And so many people were connecting on the live stream just to find hope or be prayed for and just be connected to the church in a time of crisis.
It was a unique service because we also had like baby presentations. Is that what you would?
Baby dedications?
Yes.
Like basically
Baby.
you pray over the kids and
Over
the families and the
babies,
parents. Yeah.
And it
that.
happened to be the service where
Wow.
like 3 very special families of the church were
Yeah.
dedicating their babies.
Yeah, man.
So we
Wow.
were like praying for these babies, and then like people were getting like anxious, sitting down like with messages in their phones, and then you were not preaching. It was Ivan who was gonna preach.
Ivan
So-
is in, he
Ivan
was a
is-
part of in Guadalajara, but he was planted
Yes.
out in Merida.
Yes,
Exactly.
Ivan
But he
Gonzalez.
came back in town.
Yeah, he was
He
back
was
in town.
because he was gonna fly to the Confluence
yeah.
conference
Yes.
with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was in town, so
Yeah.
he was preaching.
Yeah.
And all this thing was happening, and as things were happening, people were just leaving the building, going
Yeah.
back to their house, and we just said we're gonna commit to do the live stream
Yeah.
completely. We ended the service, and then we just went home. The governor announced a state of emergency, so everybody was
Yeah.
going back to their houses, saying like, please don't leave your house. We don't know what's gonna happen. We'll be informing, which they didn't.
No.
Nobody was saying anything.
Nobody knew anything.
It was a very hard afternoon, and then Monday felt like back to the pandemic. It was like no public services, not public transportation, no groceries, no gas. So it was like
No school.
completely, yeah, exactly. No
nothing.
school, lockdown. So the day was going by, no information, and then in the night of was that Tuesday?
I don't remember.
They just announced that the state of emergency was over, and
Yeah,
we were
you
trying to
mentioned
go back
something
to
to me. I
normality.
think it was Tuesday. Like,
Yeah, we were talking.
like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was like a day and a half of just complete silence. Not
And did they
knowing-
ever find it? Like, did they say why they changed it? Like, how'd they get it
Well,
under control?
they were trying to bring the city back to normality, like economy wise, and just trying to go back to life,
Yes.
to normality. I don't know what does that mean
Yeah.
at this point, because violence is real, and evil is real, and the cartel activity is real. But at this point, we've experienced peace, but also in another layer or uncertainty. So people are like trying to go back to their lives, but realizing that there's a lot of bad stuff around.
And there is a genuine complaint that is our normal, that it can happen at any time. So there is like this pain in the city of like, what if it happens again? We feel like,
Yeah.
and so I think people are like not comfortable knowing that we can return to our normal activities with the possibility of it happening again.
Yes.
And not a radical change of like a safety beyond what the government says. You know, like
Yeah. And then when I text you, I was
Yeah.
like looking for wisdom, like, hey, Brian, I don't know what to do. I need prayer. I need wisdom in
Yes.
terms of how do we
lead the church.
our church family in terms of in these times of fear and uncertainty. And I don't even know if we're going to make it to the conference, because I don't know how this week's going to look like, or how will we end up having to help people, or because
Yes.
there were stories in our church, like people,
Yeah.
I don't even know how much I can say of these things, but like people that were experiencing their
Real
properties
violence,
being
yeah.
taken by the cartel, especially a family from the church that have a property near the Tapalpa area. Their property was taken and used as a parking area for the cars of the cartel and for taking people as hostages. So they were like in fear, because they were the person responsible of these things. Like they owned that land.
Yeah.
So in the end, they would end up being accused of like collaborating or something.
Yeah.
Because there's also this fear of going to the government and knowing that the government might be involved in any level or certain capacity. So there was many things being addressed.
There's also like the conspiracy theories all over.
Oh, yeah, always.
Like always.
Mexico has conspiracy theories too.
Yes, as well.
We don't have those in America.
yeah, you don't.
No,
at
we
all.
don't.
none.
Well,
We learn from you guys.
exactly. So now we have to like navigate pastoring people through the conspiracy
Yeah.
theories of like
That's why we went on a digital fast. Just like people don't know
yes.
anything.
Yeah.
It's better.
It's
Yes.
way better.
Ignorance is definitely bliss.
Yeah, I
Too
will-
much information
Yeah.
is not
I
good.
will say something in the future, not now, but like, hey guys, you were in your cell phones as we were in the service,
Yeah.
so that you were very much aware of news and
Yeah.
text messages and
Yeah.
all that. And it's remarkable to see how many of these things steal our peace and rob
Yes.
of our attention, because many of these texts were just threats and things that never end up happening. It's like somebody said, like 80% of the things that we fear never end up happening, but fear cannot. I mean, being fearful has never saved someone from going through hard situations,
Yeah.
but it robs you from living. It
Yeah.
robs you from living in a place of trusting God. So
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of that, and yeah.
I'd love to talk to you guys about technology because so our church is going through a digital fast. We started for Lent, so February 18th, and we'll go
That's great.
for a few more weeks, and some will continue. You know, who knows how far I'll go. I've stopped social media sometime in January, but you guys have quite a following on social media, particularly in Mexico, but beyond Mexico, you know, several thousand, tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, 100,000 or so on TikTok because of your podcast and many other
Yeah.
things. In fact, when I was with you guys, we were on vacation together, like
That's
way
true.
far away from
Yeah.
another part of Mexico.
Yes.
And the
I
person
remember.
who was checking us in like knew you guys because of the podcast. And so for someone who excels at using technology, like what have you guys learned about the good things and the bad things about technology? Because we have to use it. It's a helpful
Yes.
tool. You guys have found it helpful. We found it helpful. But like, any thoughts on that?
Oh, it's a massive question, and I will
Yes.
give so much space for Sophie to share, because she's a psychologist, and she's also very aware of the problems that social media
I'm
would
aware
produce.
of the problems, but I don't know if I apply them.
Well,
Yeah.
In my
I would
own.
say that Sophie
I'm
has been
learning.
super intentional to live a life of trying to balance it in a healthy way. And I think, like, I'm a first-hand witness
Yeah.
that you can handle it in a very healthy way.
I'm-
And I
I'm
really
learning.
honor that. I'm not that person, and I've seen the effects of.
So what did she do? That
Okay.
She will go.
let him brag on you for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna brag.
Okay.
Like, she has learned healthy rhythms that I'm now trying to learn from her, because I was realizing that my attention, I was losing my capacity to focus and to have like longer times of attention, and that was influenced in many ways and many levels from working on social media and just working on fast content. And I wrote that to Sophie, like, I think there's something about living in this space that needs to change, because I think it's affecting me in my capacity to focus in my
think.
life and think and process, like for more than an hour, like for more than 10 minutes sometimes. So I would love you to share what you've been sharing with me.
Well, I think I'm in the process of learning how to navigate social media because of what you just said about the growth of the influence we've been having in social media has been like exponential without us actually doing something about it. So I was, for many time, I was like rejecting that because I was like, I don't know how to handle the attention I get through social media. And so I would just open social media and see stuff without actually posting or doing, thinking that was me handling it correctly. Like, I'm not doing things with social media, so I'm controlling it.
Yeah.
But I realized that I was actually just consuming and consuming and consuming. And I was very aware that the excess of information we receive makes our brains slower to everything. So, like, silence is a medicine for our brains. And so I think we really need to learn how to be in silence and social media, even if we're not listening to it. Because sometimes we just see the pictures. We don't even read the captions. We don't even listen to what the people are saying. But it's so much information. Our brains are processing it more than we realize it. And we carry so much information about the suffering, the success, the good things about everything and the bad things about everything. We don't know how to handle our own suffering and our own thoughts. So I was battling with that. And at the same time, I was like, how can I use social media in my advantage? Because social media is not entirely bad. I do believe like Paul would use social media
For sure.
as a way of
There are
communicating.
redemptive ways. There are redemptive
Yeah, I
ways
mean,
of
like if
using
you
it.
read through, is it Acts 17?
17,
He
yeah,
goes
using
through
the
goes
ways-
through the square and he's
Yeah.
debating and
Yeah.
completely.
Even I think even letters was like the
technology.
the technology
the
of
pen.
his era, the pen,
Exactly.
definitely. So I think
It's always been a danger. I don't know if you've read like C.S. Lewis and stuff like that. He
Yeah.
talked about the danger of the newspaper.
yes.
He'd
Just
say
news,
like,
TV.
"Oh my gosh,
Yes.
we're getting
That was the
we're getting
social
too much
media
of
information,
our-
and
Yes.
you're getting it once a day."
Oh man, what
Yes.
you're saying is true. I remember the first time I opened TikTok, and I was
That revealed our age gap.
yeah, exactly. But I was
Because I was so excited about TikTok and you were so frustrated.
I was overwhelmed. I was really shocked when I opened TikTok for the first
Yeah.
time, and I just realized how fast the information was coming to me. So I was just scrolling. I was like, wow. One more and one more and one more. This is never ending.
Yeah.
So we started with Facebook. That was like slow. You get to see pictures and you could lost some time over there. But then Instagram came in, and then Instagram started to be like more time consuming than Facebook. And then we escalated to TikTok, which is like so fast. And just you can just scroll there and just be aware after a while that you have lost 2 hours just
Yes.
scrolling nonsense.
Well,
That was really shocking for me. Like I don't use TikTok. We have it and they manage it for us for the content of the podcast, but I don't use it because I felt the pain of having all this impulse going directly to me. That was really shocking.
yeah.
So I just felt I just couldn't handle it. So I think that's not healthy. I just realized it wasn't healthy for me.
I enjoy TikTok. And because Instagram has things of people I know. So that would affect me more. Because I would see
Okay.
like, oh, this couple didn't went to church, but they went to have breakfast.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Why do they do that?
Like,
Like, why do they?
and then they're complaining
Yeah,
that
exactly.
their marriage is going. I'm
right.
like,
That's
well,
true. That's so true.
so TikTok is just about random
Right.
people in the world. So
Yeah.
I would enjoy TikTok more. But
yeah. I
what
think
what we have to realize about social media is that social media would be like sugar. So you have to address it as you would address a dessert. You would not wake up and eat a chocolate cake first thing in the morning. And that's what we do with social media. We wake up and just it's our first reaction, like
And it
social media.
affects the rest of your day.
And it's like literal sugar for our brain. So
yeah.
it's like
this is the
a
same
cheat
thing.
meal. So your brain is already programmed to that release of dopamine it gets from like the pleasure of just seeing stuff. That the rest of your day you're gonna be needing it more and more and more. So we have to address social media as a chocolate cake.
Yeah.
You can have chocolate cake. It's delicious and it's good and it can be healthy if
Yeah.
you make it at home and you like it's fun.
Yeah.
But you have to know when and how much you must address it. And each one must be like really conscious of what time of the day you consume social media. So in my personal life, I try not to consume social media at least until after lunchtime.
yes.
Like literally after, like I wouldn't open social media in the morning because I would say, I'm going to read my devotional. And then I would be like, okay, social media. Now I have read my Bible.
permission.
Now I
Yeah.
have permission.
Yeah.
So I have to be very intentional of just doing social media like at certain time of the day. And that's it. And I know that after I watch social media, I'm going to have the urgency of
Going
Like
back to that.
going back to that and see if something changed, see if somebody sent me an inbox and whatever.
Yeah.
But I have to not do that. Like I already had my slice of chocolate cake. I won't eat anything more.
Yes.
But I have to be very intentional. And I have a time, not a time of how much I spend on it, but a day of when I'm going to spend it on. Because some people do that before they go to bed.
Yeah.
Like
or
maybe-
as soon as they wake up.
Or as soon as they wake up or whenever I don't know. So I try not to do that, especially with social media.
Also, in terms of posting, I would say, oh man,
Well, we
have
post
experienced really. I just did last year. I mean, well, we're just in beginning March, but last year I did a post on. I just wanted to ask ChatGPT, what's the most likely religion to be true, and give me the reasons. Do you think that's the true religion?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yes.
ChatGPT answered something that I really enjoyed. It says Christianity because this and that and that. So I liked it, and I ended up like recording the answer. Like I type it and then
Yeah, you took
the,
like
the
a
answer.
screenshot.
So I just post a simple thing. So it's like even ChatGPT knows this. Man, we got millions of interactions, and then
Really?
like even like major anti-church influencers grabbed it, and it said, this pastor just post this
And manipulated
I'm sure
chat.
this is fake.
Yeah.
This is photoshopped. This is manipulated. ChatGPT would never say this.
Yeah.
This is fake. Let me give you the proof, and they did it, and it didn't came as mine came. So it's like, this guy is lying. So they start like sending so much hate.
Yes.
And suddenly I just realized that produced anxiety in me, like, what's happening? So this is just like a simple thing that I just posted unintentionally without trying to provoke anybody or trying to produce any, like, I don't like to be that person that's like contentious or like feisty on social media. I never reply to harmful comments, but that one was rough because it got so much traction, and sometimes we are not aware of the repercussions of the things that we just post and we just say. So we just need to be very much aware of that space. It's a window, it's a door that we open for anxiety, for
Comparison.
It affects the way you think about yourself, about
Life, government.
life, even shapes your identity in the way you think about marriage, about sexuality, politics, even it robs your peace. Like there are so many levels of influence that could produce when you do it without being aware of it, and moderation and wisdom, and just being honest on the things that you are aware that you are not allowed to do. It's like Paul says, right? Like everything's, I don't know how this verse goes in English, but everything
is permitted,
but not everything's good for me.
Todo me es permitido, pero no todo me conviene.
Yeah,
That's in
it's the
Spanish.
same principle.
I don't want to butcher the Bible
All
verse.
things are permissible, but
Okay.
not all things are profitable.
Yes,
Exactly.
And
Permissible and profitable.
yeah, and I think it's a stewardship thing. You need to be wise in terms of not allow things to control your life, but you can surrender these things to Jesus and actually enjoy things as long as those things
Don't
do not
master you.
control your
Yeah.
life, don't master your life. And if we are honest and we see the data, sometimes we can just be like, facts are your friends. You can just go back to your usage of the cell phone.
Yeah, facts are not my friends.
Facts, yeah, exactly.
Facts are your
The facts are my
enemy
enemy.
sometimes.
It's a hard truth.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
using social media way more than you would
We've been
need.
praying a lot about it,
Yeah.
about social media.
Yeah.
I've been praying a lot about it because at the same time, social media, like I said, it's a great evangelistic
Yeah.
way of, like, there's so many bad news and so many influencers saying the most like arrogant or like stupid things, shaping the next generation because they're actually attractive. And the church is just like, oh, social media is bad, don't use it. And I think the church needs to be better at how they use it because it's a great way to engage with
Yeah.
like the world
Yeah.
in a healthy way. So we've been praying about it a lot, and we want to be good stewards of the influence God has given us. And I've been thinking a lot about I think it's Matthew 9, where it says, you are the light of the world. Nobody turns on a light and put it inside a
Basket.
basket.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
translating
Yeah,
accurately
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bible verses. And I think regarding social media, it's not that we have to hide.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to shine in a way that it's not reflected on us, but on Him.
Well, here's the big thing, because I think producing content is one idea. Like you're pushing it out versus taking in. I think
Yes.
how people engage, the comments, the likes, the that's where it becomes.
Yes.
So it's on the consumption side.
Yes.
So that's probably the thing to figure out, is like, how do we get out there in the marketplace, so to speak, where everyone's talking? How can we present godly wisdom, which godly wisdom is quick to listen, slow to speak,
Yes.
slow to anger,
Yes.
which is not what you see.
Oh no.
And so like it's a big one for us.
Well, I think social media has the way of you turning off comments.
Yeah.
So I think there's the intention of
If
why
you- yeah,
why
if you-
you're posting what you're posting.
Yes.
You must really know if it's about you or about him.
Sure.
Yes.
So we made a list about our non-negotiables,
Non-negotiables.
about
You
what
guys are doing
we are
great, by
gonna
the way.
put.
I think
Thank you.
I think what like I forget often. I think most people probably forget. It's like, this is your second language.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, you guys are
Like
fantastic.
I remember
Yeah.
my Bible in Spanish,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
sometimes I'm like, I wish I
I
could
know,
say
it's
this
super
Bible
hard.
verse.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Like the non-negotiables, I wrote mine. Like I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna post pictures like this. I'm not gonna do
Yes.
regarding me things that I know, not that they're bad, but I would do them for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
But
Do you mind
I
sharing that list?
what?
Would you want to share that list?
Well, it's
Yeah,
about
you shared it
yes.
recently, and it was really good.
I have it here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you
Like
yeah.
my like what I won't talk about. It's politics. That's for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Criticizing other churches, like
Okay.
or leaders.
Okay.
Exposing like trips or like expensive stuff, like look at what I got, or look at this new makeup I get. It can be like a
very
like
subtle.
look at my brand of water. Like
Yeah.
it's not about the money. It's about like I'm saying my lifestyle is about.
I was curious.
Yeah, it's
Like
pure
that
life,
big church
utopia.
water.
Like
Yeah.
you know, like
It's
it's as easy as look. I'm at this coffee place with my
Right,
friend.
yeah.
Like
So
it's not even about I'm in Paris. It can
Insta-brag.
be like really
Bragging
small.
about whatever.
Yeah.
I've been this journey of revisiting the motivations of my heart.
Yeah.
I share a little bit of that during the conference, but God gave me this picture of you can build culture around Babel.
yeah.
Like you can go trying to reach heaven, or you can
Yeah.
be a surrender life, like a kingdom
I
mindset,
didn't
which
finish
is.
my list.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're
so
you're
sorry.
saying
Yeah, yeah.
something super smart, and I
No,
want
no,
you to
no.
say it.
Sorry, sorry.
Well, why don't you
man.
finish your thought? We'll come
Yes,
back to the list.
exactly.
No, I was saying that we can build, trying to reach the heavens as Babel was doing, and we can see the model of Jesus. Philippians 2. He came down. Heaven came to us. That's a beautiful way of seeing how culture can be redeemed, and social media can be redeemed when we try to search the motivations of our heart. Why are we posting what we're posting? Why are we doing what we're doing? Like revisiting all these things and trying to live in a place of asking God to search our motivations.
Yeah.
Like search me. That's something that David used to do, like a practice of inviting
Yeah.
the eyes of the Holy Spirit to search deep on the places, as we were saying, like the Christians do not repent as we should of the good things that we do for the bad reasons.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how many times have you It's interesting. You preached on Babel. Like I actually preached on Babel
Really?
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
For the very first time in my entire life. And
Okay.
it was about social media.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Really? Babel and social media?
Sorta digital world.
Yes.
We're in a series and just talked about like the pursuit of knowledge without reference to God, starting in the garden,
Wow.
getting up into tower.
Yes.
Let's make a name for ourselves. And
I think-
the interesting thing about that is that God's response to it was nothing will be impossible for them.
Yes.
Like, so it wasn't about, it was like, they can do this
Yes.
Yeah.
and nothing will stop them,
Yes.
which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Your list, what's your list?
Oh, the last one in my list
Yeah.
is I'm not going to share when I'm having a good time with friends.
That,
Because
oh my gosh, why do people do that?
I think it's because, I don't know why they do that, but I've seen that whenever that creates comparison in others, or like even our friends would be like, oh, they didn't invite me.
Yeah.
Because I felt it on the other side whenever
Sure.
they share like, hey, we're having a meal or a birthday party.
Sure.
I don't think they do it for a bad
No,
reason.
of course not.
But it can create on the consumption side like,
Yeah.
see, they did something again and I was not required.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be very intentional of not posting stuff where I'm like, hey, here are my amazing friends, because I know at least one person will feel left out.
Right.
And yeah.
There is a call in the Bible to, I mean, like going back to all things are permissible, but as you go on to that, what guards what we consume or don't consume is the law of Christ, the law of love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so if we cause someone to stumble, and so I
Yes.
think the thing I like about your list is that it's not that it's inherently evil, but it considers what is loving, like what is going to present love to other people, and
Yeah.
it's a great list. I think one of the
It's
reasons
not
why,
perfect,
sorry.
but thank you.
No, yeah, well, you'll get there. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
In heaven,
In
I'll
heaven.
get there.
Hey,
Yeah.
most of us don't have a list. I don't have a list, so
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why you guys are, I think people want to check out what you're saying and pay attention to your content. You mentioned culture. I mean, I've been in the culture of your home, been in the culture of your church, I've been in the culture of your friendships.
You've been hugged and kissed in Mexico.
I've been hugged and kissed in Mexico more in one weekend than my entire childhood. And so,
That's hilarious,
No.
man.
that's
so
not true.
funny.
That's actually not true. But
Okay.
it's a lot.
Almost.
A lot. It was overwhelming at
Yes,
first.
people hug and kiss a lot.
I think my advice to anyone who's not been to Mexico, just
Yeah. Embrace the kissing.
embrace it, act like it's normal.
be
we
kissed like
invade
a dog.
personal space
Yeah,
a lot.
it didn't,
That's true.
it took me a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
This year we brought friends from Chile and new people from Mexico.
Yeah.
And I usually tend to warn them like, hey, don't kiss, don't hug. But now I really enjoy to watch the cultural
the
cultural
clash
shock.
of cultures.
The awkwardness.
Yeah.
So I just let it be.
Yeah.
Let it
We're
happen.
not as bad as the English, but we're still.
No, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are like all of the Confluence family. So much love
I
around.
know.
Well, so I want to talk about, because you guys have 3 amazing boys. You have a great
we love them.
home. You got a great environment in your home, great environment in your marriage. It spills over into church life. Just a beautiful culture. You're into your friendships. I mean, it's just all like there's like the culture that you've created and the rhythms you've created. Let people in on that. Like, what is it that you feel like you guys do as parents and as maybe a married couple to create like a healthy culture in your home?
You want to start?
I don't know.
Well, I'd like to say that one of the. Well, thank you so much for what you are saying about us and
After
family.
you say why, I think I have some thoughts, but go ahead.
Yeah. I think one of the values that we have in our marriage would be friendship.
yes.
I think we are really good friends.
Yes.
We've been intentional in developing that friendship throughout lots of conversations, lots of honesty, lots of fun times. One of the favorite things that Sophie enjoys in our marriage is breakfast. So we found
Breakfast
that
is my love language.
yes. So we spend Friday mornings together. We do breakfast
Well, we've
together.
been spending breakfast
Yeah,
together every day.
daily. We
Yeah.
do daily.
We change your
So-
life rhythm so we could have breakfast
Yes,
alone every
yes.
day.
So what we usually do is
Hey, so what you just said there sounded like a throwaway comment, but I don't think a lot of people do that. You say that you change your life rhythm so that you could have breakfast every day.
Yes.
What did you have to give up? Because I think that's where it comes down to.
that's a
Like,
great,
what did you
yeah.
have to do in order to make this breakfast happen?
Yeah, okay, so I started to work out early, and then I go back home, pick up the kids that Sophie has already get ready for school. I drive them to school, and then I go back home. Something that's really great is that now our home is close to the school
Yes.
and to the church. So our life in a 6 million people city that usually takes long time to go to one place to the other, we do our life in a very small space of distance and time. So I go back home and we make coffee, and that's exactly how the podcast started, because we
Yeah.
make coffee, we open our Bibles, we read, and then we share something that just highlighted, like, hey, I just found out
We
this.
read the
Let's-
Bible together, but not in a cheesy way.
No, it's not like let's hug hands and
No.
1, 2, 3, let's read the Bible. It's not like that.
No.
It was just something that organically happened.
Yes.
We were doing our live, like our devotional, or like just reading or just chatting, and that developed a friendship and actually like a space of just sharing the treasures that we've been finding in our life, and like, hey, I found this quote, I enjoyed this book or whatever. But what around breakfast and around
'cause
coffee.
You would wake up, I would be like getting the kids ready, and you would leave the house, like you would have breakfast and you would leave, and like work started and life
Yeah.
started. And then we would have to catch up like at dinner time, but Mexican dinner time is different than
It's
the
super
US.
late.
It's so late.
It's
like
so
9
late.
o'clock. We haven't even gotten
It's
You're
there
like-
yet.
exhausted. Your energy
Yeah,
is gone.
you're exhausted. So we were like, we haven't even talked about anything, and like we were so tired. So we would be like, I'm like, I don't want to talk. Like
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock, I'm not a happy person. So
Yes.
so we were like,
Yeah.
our best time, like we both are morning persons.
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
best time for our marriage is in the morning.
Yeah.
So we were like, instead of trying to catch up at dinner time, let's catch up at breakfast.
Yeah.
For some people, it might be the opposite. Like for some people that liked staying
But
up.
the important thing is like you found something,
Rhythms
a rhythm,
and space.
You had to make it happen,
Change
prioritize
things.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
And-
changed also like schedules in order to like stay
Yeah.
in the home
Yeah.
after like
Yeah.
so we can have breakfast.
So
and stuff.
friendship, what else?
Friendship. You want to add another one?
Regarding my kids and like culture and home.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I noticed, if you don't mind me,
Yeah,
being
please,
in your
go.
fa-
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I've really, I guess I've been coming to your house for the last few years.
Yeah.
Like every time you guys see each other, and you really model this well. I really admire you for this. Is you always express joy to see them.
Yeah.
Every time
That's
you
true.
see Sophie, you express joy. I mean, I noticed that in the morning,
That's
you know,
true.
wiping the sleep out of your eyes, you express joy when you saw her. When you
That's
see your
true.
boys, you
I like
express
you.
joy when you see your boy. And you do that as a friend. I mean, that's one of the
Yeah.
things I really appreciate about you is just that. So I don't know, just like I don't know if that's just like your personality or something you intend to do. Like, hey, I want the people that are in my life to know that I am
Yeah.
happy to be here.
Yes.
Like I want to create a place of happiness and joy.
Yeah. That well, thank you for noticing that. That's something I really appreciate, and I think might be in one hand might be part of my personality, but also
sure.
I think we've made intentional decisions of create a space, a safe space and an enjoyable space where joy and peace is like part of what our kids experienced.
Sí.
Something that we learned from other friends, even in the Confluence family, is like your kids do not have to hate you and leave you. Like so many stories that we hear, like you just wait and you'll see how eventually. And I know, like teen years come and they're like, I mean, there are situations in life, but you can create environments that actually people enjoy to be in, and people enjoy to be drawn to. So we just love to show hospitality, and that's not only for people that come from the outside, but also for your kids to find a safe space, a fun space, a space of love and trust and just delight. So
Well,
I think that's
see.
intentional.
I think we laugh a lot,
Yes.
and we don't take life too seriously. Sometimes, I think we don't take life so seriously. We have to find a way of like making something fun out of the everyday tragedies.
Well, and I think too. I think I've seen you guys like bring them into your world. I think a lot of parents make the mistake of like getting like stooping down into their world instead of
Yes.
bringing them up into yours.
That's true.
And so I've like I think a lot of pastors in our family of churches, I think they do a good job of this. And really
agree.
the categories, like you can, because most people think like I got to choose family or mission, family or the church, family or mission, or it's some people are like family as the mission.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that I see in our group, and you guys model this, is family on mission. Like
Yes.
they're not competing things; they happen together.
And we don't say church for the week. We just say church for the Sunday. Because I would catch myself like, oh, your dad is at church on
Yeah.
a like Tuesday evening when he was
Okay.
like at a youth
Yeah.
conference or event
Whatever.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I realized I was creating like churches taking away my dad from me. Or like,
Okay.
oh, we're going to go to church. And it would be like a Friday
Yeah.
event or whatever. So I am very intentional of saying church for like the Sunday family gatherings. Like we go
Yeah.
as a family together to church.
Yeah.
Like every other family. And your dad has a job
Yeah.
so I would say he's at the office. He's
Yeah.
at church. He's at
Yeah.
the office. And we just say he's at church on Sundays.
Yeah.
And we say we serve God as a family.
Yeah. We tell the stories. I think that's something we learn from Scripture. Learning to tell the stories of who we are,
Sí.
what has God been doing in the last
Sí.
years in our life, and why are we dedicated to love Him and serve Him. So we tell those stories to our kids, and they get excited of learning how the church started and what we've been through and the way that God has come through in many situations. So I think that's something that they find exciting. And we've also tried to bring our voice. And that's part of the beauty of the culture of Confluence
Yes.
and our broader family, because it's very family oriented.
Yeah.
So my kids, their favorite place to go on the planet is Visalia.
Yeah.
They love to go to Travis and Tiffany
Yes.
because they do a lemonade stand with the girls, and they
Penny and Ruby. Yeah.
and they just love that space. That's like family and friends, and they love when you guys come to home and who's coming. And there's this beauty of we don't go. Like we're not guest speakers in a church, but it's
Right.
more like friends coming over and family. So they enjoy so much when you guys come and stay in our house. And
Yes.
I think you have developed that culture.
Yes, for
because
sure.
coming to you modeled something in our lives. So we were desiring to have a space like
Yes, tell the lion story
the life.
of his house.
The lions.
The lions.
I've got lions.
What? Yeah.
For those, I've got lions in front of my house.
Yeah.
A white and brown.
A white and brown
lion.
one. Well,
He's
they
Bishop,
should be-
Bishop Bryan.
Yeah.
And his house has 2 lions
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the entrance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like TD Jakes.
TD
Exactly.
Jakes. Not like TD Jakes, but I get what you're saying.
No,
Well, hey, you at the conference, you talked about culture, about building culture, and you mainly did it from a church perspective. But maybe can you give us 60 or a couple minutes on like to a dad, to a mom, like what is the responsibility of creating culture in a home,
Yeah.
or any environment, and like maybe a little bit about how they go about doing that.
That's absolutely something very important and very transcendent. we tend to say, I say to my boys, the Verduzco men are, and then I would say something like, the Verduzco men are generous. The Verduzco men are gentlemen. This is who we are. We are, the Verduzco men are funny. The Verduzco men enjoy
Go to
life.
church.
The Verduzco men go to church
The
even
Verduzco
when you
man
don't feel like going
tied,
to church.
we always say.
The Verduzco men are like generous. So
Yes.
I always like to frame who we are as a family. And I think that's very important. And I see God doing that on a yearly rhythm with his people. He instituted feasts. He instituted rhythms so that they could remember who they are. And I think it's so important to be reminded. Most of our work as Christians is to go back to the same things and just be reminded of who we are. And I think as parents, that's part of the intentional work of helping our kids know who we are. And that gives two things that are so important, which is identity and then purpose. So they know who they are and what are the practices that are celebrated in our home and the practices that are that we just don't do and do not allow. And I think that frames something even as they are growing, and now they are very much aware of racial differences or economic demographic differences. We are in this process of teaching them to love and respect and celebrate the beauty of diversity and all these things, so that they can learn what are the things that we love and the things that we just don't accept or do not tolerate. Because the things you love and celebrate will be repeated. The things that you accept or tolerate will also frame your culture. So it's really important that we are very much aware that we are guardians and makers of culture. Culture and cultivate are the same words in the Bible. Like in Genesis, you see when God calls Adam and Eve to be gardeners, the divine calling is cultivate something, which means culture, create culture, develop something that makes sense for people, and they get their identity and their purpose from there. So I think that's very important, very key.
Speaking of the conference, most people know following this podcast, part of Jubilee, part of a wider family of churches. What are some of the things that excite you about our family of churches, and where do you see us heading?
Family.
Family?
Yes.
Love family.
Our family of churches, it's really a family. It's
Yeah.
not just like the name we say about it. I love that people actually care about each other. It's not built around someone. It's actually built around Jesus.
Yeah.
So everybody feels invited and loved and celebrated, and everybody feels seen. And I have never experienced anything like that in any other place. And so, like, we love bringing our team to Confluence because we're like, you have to experience, like, you have to see what we've been telling you about Confluence and about our church being a part of this family of churches. And so whenever somebody from our team comes for the first time, they were like, now we get it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you've been talking about. Like, you love each other, you know each other. And I'm like, well, we've known each other for not that many years, but it feels like we've known each other for an eternity.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's kind of like a work of God. I mean,
It is.
like, it's what God stirs up in your heart.
It is definitely. Something that's really exciting is that we are in a season of seeing how God is bringing the fruit that He has promised, even prophetically,
Through
strategically, in
generations,
terms of how you have framed, and the apostolic team has been framing this plan. We're in year 3 of this multiply vision, And then
Yes.
we did disciples, now leaders. Now we're going towards church planting, and there's movement happening, and we can see the awakening of new things in the ground, like new things being born in, and it's really exciting to see the beginnings of new things. Even a part of our vision for the future is like looking to the south and just having more Spanish speakers,
Yeah.
being way more bilingual this year, having people from the end of the world, way south from Chile. Like all these things are shaping who we are as a family. And I see a lot of movement. That's really exciting. I see vision. I see clarity of who are we becoming, and just the multiplying effect of more people loving Jesus, more people following Jesus in our family. It's just super exciting, and I feel really committed to serve this vision
Yeah.
in a long run.
You're a magnificent leader.
We love you, Bryan.
We
You're awesome.
That's exactly what I
like,
wanted
I mean,
to say.
Jubilee
that's
Church
what
knows it,
Confluence
but-
is about. We
We're
say
gonna
we
change
don't,
the logo for Bryan.
Oh, come on now.
exactly. We say we're not a celebrity culture, but
Hey,
you
that's
are
not
the
what,
celebrity.
That's not what the barber said in Mexico.
What did he say?
He
Well,
called
I
me a
have-
celebrity pastor. Remember that when I got my hair cut?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you are a great leader, and I
Yeah.
think you.
He couldn't say anything, but he couldn't say anything in English, but he could say that.
I'm gonna
Crack
say
me
what
up.
you said to Willie. Don't interrupt me
All right,
when
sorry,
I'm
you're
saying
right,
nice
you're
things
right,
about
you're right,
you.
jeez.
He's trying to stop you from
Yeah,
saying nice
because
things
Alright,
about
sorry.
no, but you said at the closing of the conference, you said two words that really resonated: agitating and anchoring.
Yeah.
Like some conferences or movements agitate you, like they like make you want to do something about the world, and some family of churches, they just anchor you, like doctrine wise,
yeah.
encourage you. And you have led the movement with a natural capacity of doing both at the same time. Like you inspire us to look outwards, but you like keep our feet in the ground. And that's so unique. And that's the grace of God in your life. And I really think that's portrayed towards everyone that I see how everyone admires you at the conference, and everyone knows you are a good leader to follow.
Well, thank you
So-
for saying so.
So as a as a church, Origen Church,
Yeah.
bringing people from other parts, also like Chile, and we were like, you've got to meet Bryan.
You
know,
gotta meet
like,
our friends, like
We did.
Travis,
We had
Bo,
wings.
all the
yes,
team. Yeah, we love it.
everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of which, because you guys are bringing more and more people, because your church is growing, you're adding churches, we're making connections to South America. Most of the people in our church are English speakers. We do have some Spanish speakers, and that's increasing. Maybe just speak to those listening who are Spanish speakers.
En español?
Yeah. Come on.
Don't push it too far.
Yeah. Like in our church, or just listening,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just to like, what do you say something to them about what you see coming in our family of churches?
Yes. I really see a revival coming. I see God increasing the number of people that are being saved and added into our family. There's an intentionality that's really serious in the apostolic team and in leaders around our family.
When you say apostolic team, and just for
Sorry.
those who don't know, that's okay.
Context,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like the leadership team of Confluence, but
Yeah, the leadership team of Confluence.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's good. Just defining terms.
So yeah, like there's a sense of we are moving towards the nations and moving towards seeing revival in places and connections being made. Even the idea of this Macedonian call that nations will be inviting us to go.
So Macedonia, in like
So I see
in Philippi, when
Yeah.
Paul was
Yeah.
going to, in Acts 16,
yeah,
he
doors
had a dream,
being
and in
closed.
his dream there was this guy from Macedonia said,
Macedonian
"Will you
man.
come help us?"
yes,
And so we were together a year and a half ago in Mexico,
Yeah.
and you felt strongly like there's going to be people who are going to have this dream
yes,
where they're going to be calling they're going to be calling us as Confluence to come
Yes.
and help. So
Yes.
yeah,
And even
you're
before
seeing
that,
that.
before that, you were giving a prophetic word. I was next to you, and
Yes.
a man came to you, and he said, "God's gonna open doors for you. I see you traveling to the south. I see you going to new places in the south, and I'm just very impressed of the way that God's been so faithful by fulfilling these words very quickly.
yes,
Last year we got to be in Chile, and new doors are being opened, and more people in Mexico and other places are like looking in. So I think that will increase, and that will shift who we are as a family, and it will increase the beauty of the diversity and the multicultural way that Confluence is configured.
it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
It's
thanks for
exciting.
taking the time, man. Where can people find your? So you're on. They can find your handle, your Instagram handle,
Yeah.
where they can find your videos. You guys on YouTube, or do you? It's all
YouTube.
It's YouTube.
Spotify
Okay.
and Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the podcast is Entre Domingos,
Yeah.
which is in between Sundays
I
when
found
life happens.
out
In
that
between
there's
Sundays.
a podcast in English that's called Between Sundays.
No way. Oh,
That's not
wow.
us.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Okay, so
Entre Domingos.
really? Okay. In between Sundays.
No,
but
no, no.
Not
That's
in English,
exactly
but in Spanish.
Yeah.
Entre Domingos in Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a TikTok account that we post shorts. I mean reels. I mean
Yes.
TikToks. Yes.
all that language.
All that thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the
thank
time.
you.
Yes. Thank you.